Now it's deadlift day and I'm 11 days out of competition. So we've got a deadlift only competition in 11 days. If you've been following along for a little while, that's what we've been prepping for. And now today's kind of the last opportunity to go heavy. The last session, we went 800 pounds for 2 reps. The goal for today would be to go heavier than that. And welcome back to your mum's favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength, baby. We're down at Base Gym today. It's deadlifts, my final heavy deadlift session before competition. I'm 11 days out. So, a lot of pressure for me today. Now, my expectations for this session, we just want to be successful. It's going to be either a heavy single or a heavy double, but the main focus is being successful. I'm going to make a few technical changes today just because I've identified a few things that I believe I can improve. You know, my deadlift, as good as it is, it's not perfect. No one's perfect, so I can always be better. I'm always looking to identify ways I can be better because we have competition coming up, meaning the expectation's high, there's a bit of pressure, and we need to perform. So I think today we'll really slow it down a little bit, really hammer in the technique, and try and work on making these little changes that are really going to help me in that long run, especially this training cycle that's coming up after competition, because this competition for me is my reintroduction back into competing. It's been a long time since I've competed, and competing is good for me. Competing is excellent for my training. It definitely allows me to get stronger. That consistency and accountability is good for anyone. But this is a real nice introduction back to the platform, back to competing, and then I'm going to use this competition to springboard myself into another prep to really try and do some serious damage as we try and, move towards a 1,000 pound deadlift in a suit. So the training in a deadlift suit will happen after this competition. This competition is raw, and the main goal is to get my deadlift back up to a reasonable level of strength before I put a suit on. That's really the desired outcome from this competition. As much as I want to go there and do well, it's a stepping stone. This is going to be treated like a heavy training session. But yeah, before I get into the gym though, merch drop is live. Godlike Power Tees available now. We ship worldwide. Prices are in Australian dollars. You do not want to miss out. We have very limited quantities, and we also have the bundle where you can get a 16-week powerlifting or power building program and the shirt, and you can save yourself 20 bucks. And not a bad deal. But I'm going to get inside now. I'll do some warm-ups and then we'll get on the barbell and we'll chat some more. But it's going to be a great day. But it's time to get to work now. We'll chat soon. Let's get it, baby. Ooh, all right. I'll start with our 70 kilos. We're going to use the red plates today. So we'll make 50 kilo jumps, and the last warm-up, we'll probably hit around 350 kilos as my final warm-up today to sort of gauge where we're at. But 375 kilos is the goal for the top set for either a single or a double. We'll see how we go. Yep, easy peasy. Let's go, 120. Easy peasy. All right, baby, we're up to 170 kilos on the bar now. So my focus with today's session, being that it's the last heavy session before comp, it needs to be really precise. And I think that's kind of maybe what's been missing the last few weeks. Although things, looking at them, they look okay, there's just a few things that I think I can make some small improvements on. And I think one of those things is timing. I think I'm rushing the initiation of the lift just a little bit, and it's not precise. And I think the second thing is I haven't been using my lats effectively, or as effectively as I could. So what I'm really focusing on here is making sure that before I go to initiate the movement or the lift, that my lats are on really tight. Now, I spoke about this just the other day in my deadlift tutorial. If you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. But we really touched on the lats and how important they are with the deadlift and being rigid, you know, through your upper torso. Okay, that's important when it comes to lifting heavy weights, so we're not getting pulled out of position. So I think that that's something I could definitely be improving on. It's not that it's been bad, but it's not been good enough to hit PR deadlifts. And that's what we're trying to do at the moment. We're chasing PRs, so things need to be better than they have been. So that's what I'm really focusing on today, is just slowing it down 10 to 20% of the initiation of the movement and really hammering in that squeezing of the lats to make sure when that weight comes off the ground that my upper back is really rigid. We're going to start hitting singles now, 170 kilos on the bar. Let's get it. Whew. All right, 170, let's get it.
Let's go, bro. Lean out.
Yep, that feels good. It's all lats. Get some clips, eh? All right, baby, 220 kilos, 485 pounds. Warming up, hitting singles. Let's go. Come on, switch on.
Smooth.
Yeah, that little squeeze feels nice. I'm just squeezing my lats out after that little yank. Pops up. Sweet. All right, baby, 270 kilos, looking at around 595 pounds, still warming up. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go, bro.
Let's go. Squeeze. Yeah.
Yes, Trace. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Feels good, feels good.
Real clean, man.
Clean, but dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Real dirty, man.
Dirty boy.
Yeah.
Dirty bitch. Woo! Yeah.
I think you just missed time.
Yeah, I think there's just something going on, man. All right, baby, so far, so good. 270 kilos, moving really well. The slight technical adjustments that I've made today, so far, they feel like they're paying off, but again, it's still early and the weight's still relatively light, so we still have 2 more warm-ups to go. So there's 2 opportunities to work on these new cues or this slightly different setup. It's still the same principle, still doing the same things, but it's just a different way of getting there. I'm just taking my time a little bit more, conserving my energy, building that tension, and then letting it go. Just a little smoother, a little more clean, we could say. more consistent as well. When you don't do it as fast, you gain the consistency because it's easier to set from exactly the same point each time. When I'm moving so quick, it could be 1 to 2% off, and that can make a difference, especially with heavy weights. But yeah, we got how many red plates we got on the bar now? 6 red plates, so it's 320 kilos. We're just over 700 pounds, 705 pounds I think, and then we'll make 2 smaller jumps to get to that top set. But we'll have one more chat again after the last warm-up, and then it'll be game time. But if you're still here, like this video, drop a comment and subscribe. You're the best. Let's get to work. Whew. Let's go. Come on, baby. Lats, squeeze them. Ooh. Let's go. Ha.
Yes, race.
Easy work. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Looks nice.
Very nice.
Feels smooth, bro.
Eight.
Feels smooth.
Better than last week.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's in the back of my head. I'm like, you know,
35 is tentative, but fucking open to a jack.
if it's feeling good, we'll have a crack. Just for a bit of fun. All right, baby, so final warm-up, 350 kilos. It moved okay. It felt probably a little slower than it looked, which is probably the case today. It actually didn't look too bad. But obviously, you know, applying a slightly different setup and start with the deadlift today is going to bring about its own challenges, and that's okay. This is obviously training session. We still have one more light session next week where I'll work on that again before competition, but you know, I'm still pretty confident moving into this top set. Now, I'm just gonna set the goal of 1 repetition, nice and clean. You know, I don't think that the double would necessarily be there today. If it is there today, you know, that's really cool, but the focus right now is just to execute a really nice single, leave myself with some confidence going into competition. I think that's, you know, the best case scenario for today. Because it has been, in all honesty, a challenging 4 to 6 weeks of deadlifts. This happens sometimes. You know, it's hard to say exactly what is the cause of that. I have my suspicions, but again, sometimes we just go through phases where things aren't feeling great and there's no real explanation, and that's also a thing. But we persevere, we stick to the plan, and we just stick to the plan, but we keep doing the work. We try and find out what's going wrong, and then we try and rectify that. But the most important thing is that you don't just stop doing it. You know, there's always a way forward. You just got to find it. And yeah, I'm going to hit this now though. Last heavy deadlift before comp. We're going to turn it on. I'm going to run some music over this. So for copyright reasons, I'll just lay some audio so I don't get done on YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. Let's go. All right, baby. So top set, we got a win. It was a tough one, no lie, right? It was challenging, and I kind of thought it would be. Although things felt smooth today, they felt technically much nicer than the last few weeks. There was still that lack of, let's say, speed for me, or that power off the ground. But that's okay. That's okay. We got a win. We still pulled 375 kilos, which is around 820 pounds. On a day where things just aren't feeling that great, in a phase of training where things aren't that great. But for me, this whole prep, this short prep for the comp, it's only been 6 weeks or so to prep for this comp. It's been about getting myself back to a decent point so that I can continue after this competition towards my goal of hitting 1,000 pounds in a suit. So after this comp, we're putting a suit on and starting that training phase. So this is simply for me to get myself to a good level of strength raw without the suit before I put it on. That's been the purpose of this, and we've achieved that. It's only been, as I said, a very short prep. Ideally, I like to run 16 weeks for a deadlift prep because you need to spend time doing some volume, doing some more variations, and things like that. I didn't really have a lot of time for that, so that could also be another factor, right? And that's fine because we have plenty of time for the volume and the variations after this little competition coming up in 11 days. And I think the plan moving forward into the next comp is very solid. So there's plenty to look forward to. I still have one more big set to go though. We have one more back down set, one more big effort. I'm gonna hit 320 kilos for a set of at least 4 reps. 5 would be nice, 4 would be okay as well. Just one more little blowout, and then that'll kind of be the last of the heavy deadlifts. I'll still have a light session next week, but that'll be the end of the heavy deadlifts, and it'll be time to taper off and feel fresh to recover. Because again, another thing that I haven't done the last 6 weeks is take a deload. Okay, so fatigue is quite high, and I do expect that the weights at competition will feel considerably better after that 11-day break of doing any heavy deadlifts at all. So that's going to be good. Looking forward to that. But before I do this set, remember, new merch drop is live. Godlike Power, we ship worldwide. Prices are in Australian dollars. Head to my website now, cultstrength.square.site. Very limited release, so be quick, otherwise you're going to miss out. Then you're going to go and cry to your mum. Your mum's going to come to me. I'm going to make her feel better about the situation, and then you're going to be upset even more. So you might want to just get to the website and buy your shirt now, but let's get to work. Let's go. All right, baby, so 2 good sets of deadlifts, 5 reps at 320 kilos, and that top set at 375. So again, it was a challenge today, but we got a lot out of it. We got a win, and that's what it was about. So this leaves me, I wouldn't say the word is confident heading into competition, but very optimistic. I'm confident that I'm going to achieve my minimal goal, but I'm optimistic that there could be more there, because today it moved under fatigue. It wasn't fantastic, but it was smooth, and that was what we're looking to get out today. Today was about being more precise, and we achieved that. So yeah, I'm not disappointed at all. Normally I'd probably be a little bit sour, but I understand that the task was different today. The competition coming up is a little different in a sense. This is not the one that I'm going for to win at all costs. It's not about that for me right now. There won't even be that depth of competition there for me. This is simply for me to get back on the platform, get back to practice, so I can move forward again, because that competition really does drive my success, I find. So it's been a long time since I've been on the platform. It's time to get back there again, and I'm looking forward to it. So we're 11 days out of competition, And I'm going to be obviously filming that as well, which is exciting. We'll head up to Queensland, which is around 10-hour drive, 12-hour drive. And I'll film that entire thing the day before comp, the day of comp. It's going to be a fun video. But looking forward to obviously having a crack up there, and we'll see what we're capable of on the day. What I'm really excited about is the process. I'm not necessarily hyper fixated on the end goal. I'm really enjoying the process, and I'm looking forward to the next phase of training and learning to use a deadlift suit, because that's going to be a challenge in its own. It's going to take me time to learn to use it, and that is interesting for me. That keeps me interested, that keeps me passionate, because there is something that I haven't done before, and I'm going to learn how to do it. And that's going to take a lot of my focus and energy, and I'm looking forward to sharing that journey with you all. But that'll do it for today. I'm going to head home now. Again, make sure you go and get your merch, cultstrength.square.site. We have programs. Make sure you like this video, drop a comment, subscribe, and of course, go to the fucking gym, baby. Let's go.